My name is Dr. Theophil Tuisabe, an ophthalmologist and the head of the department of Kabgayi Unity. Kabgayi Unity, which is a center of excellence in eye care, especially in pediatrics and low vision therapy. We have been experiencing or receiving different patients coming far away from Kabgayi and who really could be helped nearby if we could have the possibility to train the staff and have enough eye personnel who may help them.
Good morning. I'm sitting here on a beautiful Monday sunny morning in the apartment at the eye hospital in Kabgayi. And I've had a wonderful week here. So I'm Jonathan Jackson. I'm the head of optometry at the Royal Victoria Hospital in Belfast and also act as the director of the NICRN or Northern Ireland Clinical Research Network. My background is in optometry. I'm particularly interested in contact lens work, in corneal physiology, in low vision, in visual impairment, and probably lastly in children's ophthalmic work. So I arrived 9 days ago in Rwanda, and the task was to work with someone who I would now consider to be a close colleague. His name is Jado, in doing some teaching for a group of ophthalmic clinical officers who want to know more about low vision. So we've been teaching all week. We've been doing practical workshops on low vision, using magnifiers and telescopes and different types of reading charts. We've been doing discussion on mobility, and we've even had discussion around case reports.
I'm Jado Karangwa, ophthalmic clinical officer and a low vision therapist at Kabgayi Eye Unity. I was a co-facilitator of Professor Jackson in the training of OSIOs from 4 hospitals in Rwanda. Those include Siashibe in South Province, Kirinda Hospital in West Province, Jumba Hospital in North Province, and Nyagatare Hospital in East Province.
All those hospitals, we wanted them to improve their skills in eye care in many ways. Many ways means train the staff, eye personnel staff who are working there on how they can improve the quality of eye services delivering to those patients who visit them. But also providing the equipment to those hospitals. Why? Because you may be excellent, but if you don't have equipment, especially in eye care, then you can't really feel comfortable. You can't really providing what you could be providing.
Now this side, 5 centimeters. So you do that. I really want you to do this exercise. And that's been interesting because we've looked at some case reports from my world and some case reports from Jado's world. And that's been useful because the characteristics of patients can be quite different. For example, in my world, in Belfast, lots and lots of the older patients with low vision that I see have age-related macular degeneration. In the clinics here, Jado is seeing more patients with glaucoma, more patients with diabetic eye disease, patients with cataract. And a big issue that has become particularly important recently is identifying people with uncorrected refractive error. So we've had a lot of discussion around that this week, and we've talked about techniques for refracting, we've talked about when to prescribe and when not to prescribe, and it's been a lovely week. But I've also had the real privilege of meeting with Dr. Theophile and my friend Michael, who had also worked in Belfast, and meeting with the ophthalmologist, and we've talked about keratoconus, we've talked about how you stop or slow the progression of keratoconus with cross-linking, how corneal grafting can be difficult, whether contact lenses can be an answer, and how that could be an answer to some patients with keratoconus in Rwanda. And we've had lots of things to think about that Michael and I in particular will take away and think about.
It was a great pleasure to have Professor JJ in this training. He is a good teacher, experienced professional, and we learned many things from him. God bless.
So Professor Jonathan is very, very talented, experienced, skilled, low vision therapist who came and trained those eye personnel from those big hospitals as I mentioned above. So it was a pleasure for Kabgayi to host him. Why? Because not only those OCOs profited from him, but also the entire team of Kabgayi also profited from him. Why? Because he's like a book. Once you discuss with him, once you listen from him, it's like you are reading a book on especially on low vision therapy and rehabilitation. So it was really a pleasure for us to host him. I may say thank you to CBM, which supported him to come and be with us. But also thank you for the trainees who accepted to attend the training. It was a long training of 8 weeks, but they managed to wait up to the last minute. I may also thank the team, the hospitals, the hosting hospitals of those OCOs who accepted to release those OCOs. It was 8 weeks. You can't imagine 8 weeks out of the job. Of course, maybe some services were not given as it could be, but we thank them as they accepted to release them, hoping that once they go back, they will improve the skills or they improve the quality of services delivered to those patients.
And I'm here under the auspices of CBM. CBM have very kindly worked with me to coordinate this training trip, and it's the Northern Ireland CBM group who help me in preparation for this group. And I'd like to just give my thanks to CBM for supporting the work that they're doing here in Kabgayi, and in my case particularly for helping me to undertake the work that we've done over the last week. All in all, conclusion to the week is, or to the 10 days, I have been made very welcome. It's been a wonderful week, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to come and work with the team here. Thank you.